a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-singing, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to another episode of the Full Set Half Mast Podcast, episode 153. Tonight is going to be a different podcast than we normally do. We're just going to be having fun tonight. We're just going to do some motorsports news. There's probably been, God, I don't know, Tom. Our Discord is just packed over the last week or so with just absolute news, off-season stuff. We got some IndyCar officiating rule changes. We got the NASCAR antitrust trial came to a resolution. We'll talk about that, share some opinions on that. A lot of sports car news, silly season rumors, F1 calendar changes potentially. There's just a ton of news we want to talk about with you guys here tonight. We got a lot of opinions. I put in some stuff into our little document that we do, but we will maybe Tom will add some more stuff or whatnot. But there's just a lot of news that we definitely need to cover and talk about, and I felt like this would be a good hour podcast with no racing this weekend. There was some racing this weekend. I will talk about that briefly with you guys. I was unfortunately unable to watch race 2, but I was able to watch a pretty good portion of race 1 for the opener for the Asian Le Mans Series season opener this weekend at Sepang. So we'll talk a little bit about that, maybe a little bit of future of ALMS, because there's been a lot of rumors and news with ALMS over the last couple of days as well in regards to the future of that series and where they're going in the future with like being more like an IMSA style series. So we'll talk about that with you guys here tonight. The antitrust trial, and it looks like I love it, dude. Tom's even got us some driver boat out of the week nominees this week, so we'll let him touch over those later as we get into this podcast. This should be fun. One thing I do want to mention that I completely spaced because me and Tom were just talking about it before the podcast, but we completely missed 12 days of motorsports this year. We lost track of time. I didn't realize that it was the 15th of December till yesterday when I looked at my calendar, and I was like, you know what I missed? We missed 12 days of motorsports. So unfortunately, we'll not be doing that this year. Maybe we'll do like a special video or something maybe over the next week or so to make up for it and do something different. Maybe we'll just make like a montage or something, like a short little montage video or something to that effect to kind of make up for it. But other than that, we did miss that. So I think my headset just turned off. So let me fix that real quick. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. I think I should be able to hear you now, Tom. Check. Yes, I can. All right. Well, first off, Tom, how are you doing, man? Hell yeah. Doing all right, man. Just been working a lot, dude. Just been working and trying to put some stuff together for this. Oh, yep, you are. Good thing you caught that. Good thing you caught that. I updated OBS again, so that's why. Every time I
Lovely,
update
isn't it?
Yeah. Every time I update it. Yeah, so yeah, what are you were saying about the t-shirt? Might as well touch on that one more time before.
Oh yeah, I got a new T-shirt. It's gonna be my Talladega shirt, and come spot me, come say hi. I'll be there for like the rest of my life. So you guys, have we'll always have somebody come talk to.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'll have the banner up and we'll be ready. I'm excited. Hey, dude, we're only what? God, dude, with the 2025 coming to close, we're what? A month away from Chili. Well, Chili Bowl Saturday is 30 days away. 24 hours of Daytona is like 40 days away. And then we're like 4 months away from Talladega. Damn. We're like 3 months
Thank
away
God.
from IndyCar, or what, 3.5 months from IndyCar? I mean, we're getting back into the swing of things, man. So tonight
Thank
should
God.
be fun. Tonight should be fun. Alrighty, first off, I guess we'll just kind of go through this no particular order. I wrote down a bunch of stuff here, Tom. If there's other stuff I might have missed, I kind of just swept through it this morning. Kind of went through some of the stuff that I thought was notable. There might be other stuff that I missed here, but I'd say let's just start going through some of this stuff, not in any particular order. But I think first off, we should start Jimmy Johnson returning to the Daytona 500 with Legacy Motor Club, his own team, in the 84 again. We also have Justin Allgaier in the 40 car with Junior Motorsports making another attempt with Traveler Whiskey. And then what was the other one? Was it MBM that had one that we announced like a few months ago? There's like, what, 3 open cars now for the Daytona 500? So that puts us up at like 30 or 39.
I haven't there's a list out there. I just haven't posted it, so I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know. I feel like if we get to 40, I think we'll be pretty close. I feel like that's kind of where we're at. And we'll get to that with the antitrust lawsuit too, because I have a few takeaways out of that whole settlement as well. But we'll get to that here later. But yeah, it looks like maybe we can get up to 40 cars for the Daytona 500. I mean, who would have thought that like 10 years ago, dude? Like we'd be struggling to fill an entire Daytona 500 grid, like the crown jewel of North American stock car racing, dude.
It's disgusting, honestly.
It's crazy. I don't think. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, dude. To be honest, last year his P5 feels like he shot his load too early, bro. Like that was all he had left in him, dude. He's done, bro. You think he's actually gonna be able to compete? No. He's just a field filler. That's crazy. I think we should talk about IndyCars. There's two things with IndyCar that I really thought was interesting. First off, the IndyCar super license point reconstruction. I think it's a major dub. I mean, absolute dub. We've been saying this for how long, Tom? Like, you can run Formula 3, Formula 2, and you can get more points in those series towards your super license than you can in IndyCar, which is a premier Formula racing series. It makes no sense. I mean, I feel like they didn't grant them enough points, but they're moving in the right direction here.
Yes, agreed. But I think where you should really be asking the question is, do you think Alex Palou do you think Alex Palou would be successful in F1?
I think so.
And if you say yes, then the point structure isn't correct. And I think we can agree as a conglomerate of IndyCar racing enjoyers that Alex Palou would be an incredible F1 driver in the right seat. I feel like it is a step in the right direction. I just don't feel like it's enough still.
No,
I think it should be at least comparable to F2.
I agree. I think it should be on the exact level, if not more. Well, it's hard to justify more, but I agree. I think it should be on the same level playing field as Formula 2. It makes perfect sense to make that a thing.
More horsepower, more downforce, higher speeds, and more crown jewels.
Yeah, and more F2. Variety of track styles. I mean, in Formula 2, they just barely started racing on street courses a few years ago. I mean, they've always been racing basically on purpose-built circuits. Now they're doing some street course stuff, but IndyCar, you've got all of it. You've got rovals, you got ovals, you got street courses, and you got purpose-built courses. Yeah. I mean, you got the diversity there. And the big stigmatism too that we've always had with IndyCar Formula 1 is the Formula 1 people think IndyCar drivers are less superior or inferior to Formula 1 drivers. And they always point back to the examples of like Sebastian Bourdais or I mean, just the list goes on of IndyCar guys that have made the jump to Formula 1 and haven't had the success. Well, you can almost say the same with Formula 1 guys that jumped to IndyCar and not have found the success. I mean, Alexander Rossi sure had some success. Ericsson's had some success. But there's a lot of other examples, like Grosjean.
Not long-standing success.
No,
though.
Exactly. Like not championship success. Yeah,
not championship success. That's where I was getting to. Like, if these were such elite drivers, we should be seeing an incredible gap of driving talent between these drivers. But Alex Palou still beat him.
Yeah,
Scott Dixon still beat him. Joseph Newgarden still beat him. Will Power still beat him. You know, like,
yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just.
Well, and also what I think this does too with adding more super license points to IndyCar is I think what it's going to do in the future, Tom, and maybe this will be a residual effect that we won't see in the immediate future, but maybe 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, maybe we'll start seeing some of these kids in the formula ladder. Maybe instead of running the F2, F3 ladder, maybe they decide, hey, let's go run 4 or 5 years in IndyCar, spend less money on sponsorship than what we would in Europe, and then get the same amount of super license points eventually, and then make the leap back to Formula One. Maybe
Well,
this will
it's
be bigger for IndyCar and growth in driver talent.
yes. I don't think it's not only that though, the price tag, but it also gives some sort of prestige to the IndyCar whole ladder there with Indy NXT, with IndyCar. I mean, we might even see some Formula Forwards come into, or a type Formula Ford come into play now in the IndyCar ladder. Because Jay, you bring up a great point. Why would you, as somebody who's on the Western Hemisphere, go to Europe, go to a whole new culture, to a whole new series of areas, when you could just do it on the Western Hemisphere? Like, or I shouldn't say hemisphere, sorry. Just the Western countries, But yeah, I think that this ladder is a step in the direction of getting that kind of prestige to the IndyCar series, to the ladder, bring some legitimacy to that whole entire series, and continue to build it. Because again, I'm gonna hit the point again. There are drivers in IndyCar that I feel like are F1 worthy, or could have been F1 worthy. And oh shit, we're still seeing it. Scott Dixon is freaking Scott Dixon, the absolute goat. But during his 20 years of prime that he is, do you think he could have jumped in an F1 car and done some work? Yeah, I do. I think that we kind of see. Maybe we kind of see Alonso in the same kind of category in F1 as Scott Dixon is in IndyCar, and still putting in the work, and for Scott's side, still winning races and winning poles and being up there in the points at the end of the year. It's just it's an incredibly good thing. I think that probably Roger Penske drove a lot of that. But maybe we see some direction change within IndyCar leadership too, which
Yeah.
might be a good thing.
Yeah, which I feel like that. Well, that kind of leads us into our next point here with the new independent officiating panel. So I like the choices. So I don't have the names all in front of me, but I know Ray Evernham's in it. So he's more of like a former crew chief, team owner / series owner type representative. They have a manufacturer representative, one that hasn't worked for either Chevy or Honda. He's a Ford guy. And then they also brought in a Formula One or a FIA governing body official. So it's going to be like 3 people on this independent officiating panel. I guess I'm optimistic it's going to work, Tom, for the simple fact that like having Roger Penske, well, especially with this last year, right? Where we saw so many fishy things come from Penske. We go back to the Indy 500 debacle. We go back to the push to pass debacle, even before that at St. Petersburg. And it feels like when you have a guy that owns the series, owns the most prestigious track in the series, and owns teams in the series, it feels like there's so many conflicting interests in there that it felt like IndyCar was in a really bad pathway, and we kind of saw that over the last year or so with Penske, in particular with the team, with all the penalties, all the bad cheating scandals and everything that went on. They cleaned house, whatever. I like the fact that we're bringing in an independent officiating panel. The only skepticism I have, Tom, is the FIA has a fingerprint on this. And that's the only thing that makes me worried. We've seen what they've done in Formula One. We've seen what they've done in the World Endurance Championship with the BOPs that they've had. It makes me wonder if it's a good time to be a British driver moving to America to run IndyCar.
I think that, okay, so let's put ourselves in the shoes of Roger Penske. Okay, he was backed into a corner by his own trusted circle of employees by doing what they did in the past 2 years. All right. I don't think Roger Penske had a lot of options here. I think that he had to do that in order to keep the integrity of the sport. And I think he kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone here. He got that FIA officiating crew to kind of get that crap off of his back and say, "Not on me anymore. I'm trying to make the sport better by also improving the way that you get points for your super license. We're bringing in the FIA. We're bringing in independent reviewers, and the sport's going to become better of it." Honestly, 200 IQ move there, to be honest with you. That was incredible. Great move. But you do bring up a good point. The FIA, Big Daddy FIA, will always be Big Daddy FIA. We'll see what they do with this. I'm going to be really, really, really disappointed if we start seeing a bunch of new regulations come out. And I'll tell you why. These cars are already kit cars. There's not much you can do with them. You could put some, gurneys on the flaps, and you could do the shocks and wheelbase for ovals. What else can you do? It's so simple, and it works, and it's really good. And that's what I fear the most. The FIA is going to come in. They're going to make they're going to have their hand in the pot on what they feel like needs to happen in order to continue to keep those points up for their super licenses. But we'll see. I legitimately, though, want to give the FIA a chance on IndyCar. It could be really good. It could be. I think there's more potential of it being good than bad.
Yeah. I see. That's where I'm at too. Like I'm optimistic that this is gonna work out. And like you said, it's kit car. Like, what really changes are they gonna really make? We've already introduced this whole hybrid system. I don't see us going into like some type of BOP scenario. I don't see new manufacturers investing in IndyCar. We've heard so many rumors over the last 10 years. We still haven't seen it yet. I don't think that's going to happen. So as long as they can keep Honda and Chevy happy and not go against the integrity of what IndyCar is, and then we stay true to the identity of it, like I said, with the ovals, we got street courses, road courses, we've got rovals, we've got all this distinct, diverse style of racing. Maybe expand on that, maybe add more diverse style of racing.
That's what I was going to say next.
And
they're probably going to add more races.
I mean, I would like it. I mean, Formula One's done it. I mean, they've expanded their calendar from March to December. They've added 24 races on the calendar. IndyCar right now is sitting at what, 16 races, 15 races? It's not enough.
It was 18.
It might be 18 this year. Yeah, you're probably right, but still, I feel like that's not enough. I understand like the integrity of IndyCar where they try to fit it into that time window where there's like no other real sports to compete with, and they kind of fit it into that nice little cute September or March to September window. But it'd be nice to have like a January race in like Australia, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like let's go international with it. And I think with the FIA being involved, I think there's a chance we can get some international IndyCar races. I think it would be awesome if we had a Formula One IndyCar doubleheader at like Albert Park. Like, wouldn't that be freaking badass?
Oh,
dude?
yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah. Or why don't you just have a doubleheader at like
at Indianapolis,
Miami?
Course. Yeah, or Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Or
COTA.
Are they still in season for COTA?
Yeah, that would be like right towards the end. Or no, I think IndyCar ends, but you could do a non-points race at COTA, like at the end of the year.
Good.
Like do an all-star event where you
a demonstration.
Yeah, where you invite like the top 16 IndyCar teams and points, and you just have them run like a short exhibition, like the day before the F1 race, kind of like a sprint race esque type thing.
Or you take the 8 best IndyCar drivers at the time and the 8 best F1 drivers, and you stick them all in the Dallara chassis, and you just let them go ham.
That'd be badass.
Yeah,
too.
I would probably drive through the night to Austin
to go watch
that.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
I probably would.
Yeah. Especially if we ran like an older chassis too, or even if we put them in like Indy NXT cars, like or something to that effect. Or the Dallara chassis would be perfect.
Just give them the normal chassis and give them like carb day boost pressures.
Yeah.
At COTA. And just make them crank 800 horsepower.
Yeah, dude. And they give them like triple the amount of push to pass time that they normally get.
Yeah.
Make it a 2-stop race where you have to run like make it a 50-lap race. So you have to run 20 laps on each set of tires. Yeah, dude. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be sick, man. No, I'm down, bro.
Could you
That'd be
imagine?
awesome. That'd be so much
Could
fun.
you imagine like Max Verstappen, Alex Palou, Scott Dixon,
Yeah, Oscar
Scott
Piastri, Fernando
McLaughlin,
Alonso,
Kyle
Charles
Kirkwood?
Leclerc, yeah, George Russell.
Dude, that
Dude,
would be
yeah,
so sweet.
that would be sick, man. That'd be sick.
I would go. You know what? I'll say it right now. If something like that happens, I'm driving through the night and I'm going to buy tickets and
Hell
watch
yeah,
it.
dude.
I'm
I'll be there
going.
right away, dude. Right away.
I'm
dude.
going.
That'd be sick.
I'm
That'd
going.
be sick. All right. So we talked about some IndyCar. Let's talk about a little bit F1 real quick. We have Verstappen, number changed to number 3 next year. Interesting. He said he wanted that number to begin with, but Daniel Ricciardo had it, and now he's got the opportunity to go back to number 3. I still wish you'd have went 69. That would have been freaking awesome, dude. I like how his dad Yost was like, "Nah, you can't run 69, dude." He's like, "Why not? It's a great number."
Max is such a vibe, dude.
Dude, he is, bro. Like, he's like, dude, Max is there. Like, like, if you hate him, you purely hate him just because he wins a lot. You can't hate him for any other reason. Like, there's no reason you could hate Max Verstappen besides that. So it's like, I love it, dude. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll get back to the top of Formula One next year. What's he at? Like 72 career wins? Like, I think he's gonna get to the all-time win list. I mean, what's Hamilton at? Like 105, 106, something like that. There's a chance Verstappen could pass him. He's not even 30 yet. He's not even 30 yet. He's younger than me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, I like this news too because I'm a huge fan of Portimao. I think it's one of my favorite tracks in the world. I freaking love Portimao. F1 making a return to Portimao 2027, 2028. Rumors are running rampant. Man, I don't know what racetrack they're going to replace though. Like, can we get rid of Jeddah maybe?
It's not rumors. It is news.
It's confirmed? Okay.
It's confirmed by
I'm
F1.
Down for that. I'm down for that. What race is it going to replace though? Because I don't see F1 expanding to 25, 26 races.
There's a.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but
they put it in the news article that I posted.
It would have to replace one of the Asian races now, wouldn't it? Like, I mean, they're going to still go to Suzuka. I mean, Beijing could be off the table. Who knows about how long that contract will last? Or Shanghai, I mean. So they might go to replace Shanghai with Portimao.
Let's see.
I don't know.
In place of Zandvoort.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot Zandvoort was getting taken off the schedule. That kind of sucks, too, though. I mean,
Zandvoort's a great track.
They need to have rotating schedules, though. Like, you got to keep, like, the staple tracks, right? Like, you got to keep the Silverstones, the Monzas, the Imolas, the Spas.
Keep your... yeah, that's what I was going to say, is enjoy the Spa while you can now, because it's not coming back, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well, because they're trying to get Catalunya off the schedule to do some type of Madrid street course. Yeah. They're trying to put Paris street course on the schedule in the next few years. It's like, I like the idea
let's just say this.
But I don't want it to be permanent, you know?
What tracks need to stay forever?
Silverstone, Spa, Monza, Barcelona, Brazil.
What's that other Italian track? I'm drawing a blank right here.
Imola.
Yeah. Imola. What else? Sepang. I think Sepang needs to stay forever.
Sepang needs to be on the schedule for sure.
Suzuka.
Albert Park.
Yeah, Albert Park. Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no way you could take Albert Park off. That's like the best race. Monaco has to stay, obviously. There's like, what, 8 to 10 tracks that need to stay permanently? Why not rotate the other 14, you know what I mean?
And yeah.
Like, even if you just do like 2 years here, take it off the schedule for 2 years, go here for 2 years, then go back to this one for 2 years and just rotate on a 2-year basis, you know? Like, put Vegas off the schedule for 2 years and run Miami.
Road America.
Take Miami off and then put 2 years back on Vegas or 2 years at Road America. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Make it a world tour, but make it where we go to more tracks around the world. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm a huge fan. I love Portimao. I think it's going to be a phenomenal Grand Prix. And the way F1's been going, man, I'm excited for next year, dude. Like, I think next year is going to be absolutely insane. The first year of new regulations, I think that's going to change the entire game of who's at the front of the field. I think McLaren's going to take a big step back. Well, I mean, we'll get into that more in the offseason, but it's going to be absolutely wild. I'm excited to see what Audi does next year as well, with Cadillac in there as well. We'll see how all that works out. I do want to talk about some ALMS news, some Asian Le Mans series. First off, this weekend's races over at Sepang were interesting races for sure. I just want to talk about how a dumpster LMP3 is, and I think when you look at LMP3, Tom, the race one, I was watching it while I was working, like on the side, you know, like I had it kind of playing in the background, listening to it, and then every time I'd be at a stop, I'd kind of watch for a little bit. LMP3 is absolutely embarrassing. There's a reason why World Endurance Championship, IMSA, like the European Le Mans, all these series have absolutely dropped LMP3 off of their main card. And I think that's what Asian Le Mans series is doing moving in 2026. Van Wall is coming back, Izata Frashini's coming back, and even Proton is looking at making an attempt at Asian Le Mans. They're going to introduce their own Hypercar, GTP, LMDH, LMH program in the Asian Le Mans series to compete with the LMP2 and with GT3. This is freaking awesome, dude. Asian Le Mans is basically going to be off-season IMSA, dude. Like, this is freaking insane, bro. Like, I am so excited for what's going to come from this. What other manufacturers do we see? Does this maybe, like, tilt the hand where we see, like, Honda or I guess Acura, or maybe even Toyota? Maybe they race on the same circuits in Asian Le Mans in the future. Maybe it'd be a chance to promote, like, the Asian brand cars in like their own off-season test scenario with Asian Le Mans. Like, what or is this going to open the opportunity for more of these developmental cars like Van Wall, Izata Frashini? Both kind of got ran out of the World Endurance Championship, have no home. They still have the programs, and now they're going to have a new home in Asian Le Mans. Proton, who was not competitive at any level really in the World Endurance Championship or IMSA, now they're going to find a home in the Asian Le Mans series. What do you think the future of Asian Le Mans series holds with, like, is this going to be just kind of like a developmental series with hypercar programs, like independent teams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's huge. Like, what other manufacturers or teams are gonna develop a car to attempt this, and then maybe develop it enough where they can get back to the World Endurance Championship stage, you know? This is crazy.
Well, again, like, what's the FIA's hand in this? Like what we were talking about with IndyCar. Is it enough?
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's what I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know either. I mean, do we see Lamborghini pull their car out of the dumpster and attempt this? I mean, if they're going to compete anywhere, this might be their only chance.
I don't know. You just might need the grace of God to help that car.
Oh man, I'm excited for this, man. I love sports car racing, and I feel like sports car racing over the last 5 years has become just so prominent. Like, it's become like the world stage for manufacturer racing. Like, we have Aston Martin jumping in, we have McLaren gonna jump in. Like, all these new manufacturers and teams are just putting all this time and money and effort into all these big programs and developing these. The best thing sports car racing could have ever done was get rid of their top tier of prototype racing that they had spread out throughout the world, and now they've basically condensed it and commercialized it into one entity. Now it's all LMH, LMDH. You build your own chassis, or you buy one of the pre-existing Ligier, whatever, Dallara, whatever chassis you want to run, Orica, and then you just build your own template from there. And it feels like, so we've got Aston Martin's running V12s, we've got hybrid V6s, we got V8s, we've got Audi, which is potentially could come back, and they might even run a diesel power one. You never even know. And they can all run it because of the way that they all design it. The only problem, and Tom mentioned it, is we don't know how much the FIA has played this, but the BOPs could be the biggest issue here going forward. Because we've seen it with Ferrari the last couple of years with the light-ass BOPs, and now they've been able to dominate in the World Endurance Championship. Now, are they going to do something similar here in the Asian Le Mans? and scare away these independent teams. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But I'm excited, man. I think this is going to be a big dub for sports car racing, a big dub for Asian Le Mans to have a series that runs in this time of year in the Asian Le Mans series where there's no other racing to compete with, and now you're going to bring in hypercars as a premier series and bring in super licensed drivers to drive these cars. How could you hate this? Like, this is freaking awesome. This is what any motorsport fan would want. Like, this is great news for the future of sports car racing, man. I'm excited.
Yes.
Let's talk about. Let's save a little bit more of this news. Let's go to the NASCAR antitrust trial settlement, Tom. I guess I got a few takeaways out of this. First one is, why did it take them so long to settle? I don't understand why we had to air out so much dirty laundry and turn into an absolute civil war of NASCAR just to end up settling halfway through the trial. Like, I felt like they were going to be so stuck in the mud both ways that they were just never going to settle, and it was going to be the destruction of NASCAR. And as much as I didn't want to see it, there was a little part of me, Tom, that really kind of wanted to see it happen, just to see it all kind of come down in flames. So that's my first takeaway. I don't understand why it took so long to settle. My second takeaway is, thank God NASCAR didn't lose for the one reason is they didn't have to sell away tracks or properties that they owned, right? That was one thing that I was skeptical and worried about, because if they were to sell tracks, that it would turn into Auto Club 2.0 with every track around America, and who was going to be able to buy those. And I was hoping maybe somebody like a Penske would maybe fork up some money to pay for it. So, but we don't have to. We don't live in that world. We have one that timeline.
There's another side to that, and how I see it is opportunity, because let's just say that Penske did go and buy Nashville. No, not Nashville. Let's say
it'd be like Atlanta or like a Texas or something like that. One of the
Texas. Let's take Texas. That's a perfect example. That track is ass.
Yeah,
it's terrible. It's garbage. It is a terrible track now. It used to be good. It used to be really good, but now it's ass. And what would make an investor buy a track like that and not put on extra events? So let's take SRX for example. Well, we learned a lot about SRX in that trial. A lot of dirty crap that NASCAR did to SRX. What would be preventing another series to pop up like SRX, or maybe even an SRX revival, and go to a track like Texas, utilize the infield, maybe reconfigure the oval, maybe try to attract an audience in a way that maybe it just wasn't allowed before? That's how I kind of look at it. And honestly, I was kind of rooting for that, because that's what I want to see. That's what grows the sport, when you have off-brand stuff like this. Well, who's better?
Oh, 1 second. My headset I should have charged this thing before I started, but I didn't. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Put this in over here. Okay. Check.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Sorry about that.
So, when you get into a situation like that, honestly, I see the opportunity, and I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there. Now, I know there's two sides to this whole ordeal, but honestly, that's just what I was hoping for, to be honest with you. Just to be honest with you. And honestly, how dare you, as a company, talk that way towards a person who's investing in you? Some of the stuff that came out, disgusting. You should really be ashamed. Really.
Oh, they'll never recover reputation wise. I mean, until new
No, that's
people or a new generation of people come in is when they're finally gonna
yeah.
maybe forgive them. But yeah,
Well,
it's a lot of irreplaceable or irredeemable damage done.
and that's another point is when do we start seeing these guys that was a part of this entire thing? When do we start seeing them drop like flies?
Yeah, yeah.
When?
Need a
Because it
full
needs to happen.
restructuring. 100% full
Absolutely,
restructuring.
absolutely. That's what they need. A full restructure. That's what they need.
The other takeaway I had, Tom, and you might agree, disagree. I don't know where your thoughts are on this, but I'm not a fan of this permanent charter bullshit, and here's why.
No.
I don't like this charters agreement from the beginning. This is the whole sole reason why NASCAR turned into this shitty organization and all this mail and all this dark back channel bullshit came to light to begin with is all over this stupid charter system. A charter system that NASCAR didn't want to begin with, did it to appease rich team owners like the Penske's, the Hendricks, the Gibbs, etc. that wanted it to begin with. And they gave them a good runway and a pathway through this certain amount of year to value these teams. And nobody foresaw when these charters first went to sell. What did Kaufman sell his charters for originally? For like $1 million a piece when he first was given them. And they turned into these $40-50 million charters. And me and Tom have been saying it for years. We just talked about it at the beginning of this podcast with the Daytona 500 struggling to get 40 cars on the entry list. What it did is it removed the potential for, like, let's just get an example here. Like, it prevents like a Ryan Sieg Racing from ever competing at the top level of NASCAR. It was impossible before, but virtually impossible before. Now it is 100% impossible. Because now NASCAR just turned itself into Formula One Junior, basically. Now,
yes,
it turned itself into a point where no team's going to be able to come into the sport. I'm afraid that with the value of these charters, now we're going to see multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar investors come into NASCAR because they're the only people that are going to be able to afford these charters. They're going to come in and make teams not competitive. They're going to bank on it just being a money investment where they're just going to be able to bank a certain amount of money, and then they're just going to pawn it off to the next investor that doesn't give a shit. So your legacy teams are only going to get better, like your Hendricks, your Gibbs, and your Penske's. They're going to continue to be the top of NASCAR. And the teams like Spire, front row, like what says Bob Jenkins doesn't tomorrow say fuck it and just sell all three of his charters for $300 million, $100 million a piece to some rich billion-dollar investor. He comes in, he just puts those cars on the grid to be non-competitive just to collect the investment, a short 3-4 year turnaround investment, and then he's gone. This has completely killed what NASCAR racing fundamentally was supposed to be. It's completely ruined it for the future. We're already headed down that road, and now it's done. It's cooked.
It's there.
The rabbit is out of the hat. We're never putting it back in. Pandora's box is open, and NASCAR is over. NASCAR for the foreseeable future is going to be dominated by 3 to 4 teams, and that's it.
Yep.
No more
Forever.
new teams. There's going to be new teams on the guise of being a new team, but it's just going to be the same team, rinse and repeat, multi-billion-dollar investor, run it to the ground, ship it off when it hits the top of the bottom dollar. Boom. That's what it has become now. It's a rich guy, Formula One Junior. It's the best way I can describe it. That's what NASCAR has become. I don't know where the sport goes from here, dude. Like, we're never going to see these underdog drivers or team. Like, what was the big thing that they kept saying? Like, Tony Stewart was the one that was trying to make this happen, and it never really came to fruition. But he was always the guy I don't really care if you come from a money background or if you don't have money. I want you to come in. I want to put you in a car. I want the best drivers to be in NASCAR. Well, now we're going to turn it into Formula One where now you got to pay to be there. You're going to have to pay to be there now. We're never going to have a Ross Chastain. That's a fucking story of the past. That's never going to happen again. We're never going to get another Ross Chastain in the Cup Series. It's never going to fucking happen. Josh Berry, Ross Chastain, they're the end of a kind. They're the end of a generation. It's over. Now it's going to be multi-million-dollar kids who have more money than God are going to be the only ones competing in NASCAR. And then it's going to turn into the Xfinity series is basically going to turn into a Premier series until they decide to do something stupid with their charter systems there, which I hope they never do. But then it's going to turn into a bidding war from the Xfinity series. It's going to turn into the highest bidder gets a ride. And I hope that 2311 and Denny Hamlin, of all things that I think they're wrong in, this is the one thing I think they're wrong in. And this is the one thing I really was hoping to avoid in this whole situation. I mean, am I off base? I feel like I'm pretty much
no. That was a letdown. Absolutely, that was a letdown. I don't know how else to look at it either. How else do you look at it? Other than they were fighting for a good cause, but lost their way at the end.
Yeah. I mean, with how long it took to settle, it's like, just why didn't NASCAR just say, you know what, we can't have permanent charters. We don't want to ruin the future of our sport. We've got to do damage control. Let's just write these fuckers a big fat check, each one of them, and just call it even. In 2311 would have took it, man. I swear to God, if they would have gave them everything but the permanent charters, I think 2311 still would have took the settlement. And instead, now we get this, and it's like, dude, really, we had to do that. We had to go to the deep end. We had to just not only go to the deep end, we went to the deep end with sharks in the water and without life jackets, and now we're gonna have to hang on. I can't believe the pathway NASCAR just went down. I can't believe it's Formula One now. It's Formula One Junior. It's Formula One without the glitz and glamour, and without the international touch. That's what it is. Unbelievable. That just devastates the hell out of me, dude. When I saw the settlement and I was like, okay, I started to read through it. I was like, okay, I can agree with this. And it got to permanent charters, and I was like, well, that whole thing was a fucking failure. That was an absolute failure. Oh, man. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. So, I don't know. I don't know what's next. Which is kind of fucked too, Tom, because we're 2 months away from Daytona 500? 2 months away from the Clash? We still don't have a playoff format for next year, a points format. What's gonna happen? Like, what's next? Like, what are they gonna do next year? Are we gonna get the same thing we've had this stupid platform that we have now, and they're just gonna have to run with it because they're too late in the cycle? Like, I mean, honestly, what do you think's gonna happen like next year? I'm leaning on the side we're just gonna keep the same format we have now next year. Nothing's gonna change. They're just gonna run it back one more year and use it as the excuse of all this lawsuit shit. Just take away all their time to develop anything new.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't see us going to a 36-point schedule. I can't see it. I can't see us going back to like a chase. It's going to be a playoff of some form, and it's probably going to be the same one we have, or they're just going to tweak it a little bit. Maybe add more drivers, because that's what everybody wants.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Here's what I do know. All right. The IndyCar is going to have another hell of a season.
Yeah. F1's going to be badass again next year.
Oh yeah, new cars. Teams. Yeah. Hell yeah. And we're getting that doubleheader at St. Petersburg with the trucks and the Indy cars.
Hell yeah. Is it IMSA as well? Oh, no, that's St. Petersburg. I was thinking Long Beach. Never mind. Yeah,
it might be MX-5s.
Oh, dude, that'd be badass too, man. God damn. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be badass. Yeah. There's some things I do know. It's all good over here at the Day Boys channel. I guess next one is Valentino Rossi's out at BMW. I saw this news and I was like, what the hell is BMW doing, man? Like, that dude was bringing in so much exposure. He's running good. He was on the verge or cusp of winning. And then, I don't know, I should have posted in the Discord. This was like 3-4 weeks ago. It was for the Hunter Ryan Hunter-Ray. I found it after the fact that when Hunter-Ray got announced for the Indy 500. But there was a rumor that Valentino Rossi was working with McLaren to put a deal together for the Indy 500, and it just fell through last minute, and that's why they went Ryan Hunter-Ray instead. What is Valentino Rossi working up his sleeve, bro? What is he going to be doing in 2026, man?
I don't know. What is there?
I can't see
work
a
with?
world where he's not driving something. You know what I mean? Like, there's no world, and I see him just sitting on the sideline for a year not driving anything.
Rally car?
Ooh. I could see that. I could see that.
I don't know.
I mean, the GT3 program's good. Maybe BMW parted ways with him, and maybe he has a better deal lined up. Maybe Corvette picked him up or something. I don't know.
IMSA?
That would be badass. That would be fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just a huge fan of this guy, dude. Every time, like I've praised him like every damn podcast. It feels like we talk about him. That just I want to see Valentino Rossi race something. He is exceptional, absolutely
Project 91.
Hell yeah, dude.
Why wouldn't he?
Man. That'd be
Perfect
badass.
time.
They could get Chastain with Valentino Rossi, Zilich, and like an SVG. Put him in like some like take him to Mount Panorama this year, dude. Let him run the 12 hours of Bathurst in a GT3 car, dude. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be sick. That would be sick. Oh man. Again, living in a dream world. Speaking about Zilich, though, he just got announced to run in the 24 Hours of Daytona with the Action Express, dude. Action Express. Dude, this team can win. Earl Bamber on the line. I can't remember the exact line. Was it Alex Lynn, Earl Bamber, and
Aiken. Jack Aiken.
Jack Aiken, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh no, it's Frederick Vesti, Jack Aiken, Earl Bamber, and then Zilich.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Not Alex Lynn. I don't know where I got Alex Lynn from. But yeah, dude. I mean the Jack Aiken one, I don't know how to feel about that one, but Earl Bamber, fast. He's like had to be the consistent driver. You got Frederick.
They really needed Kobayashi.
Yeah,
That's what they needed.
Can you imagine with Kobayashi, dude? That would have been sick. Holy shit, dude. That would be the most unstoppable team, bro. I think he wins it. I think he wins the damn race, man. Zilly is going to win the Rolex 24 for a second time, but he's going to win the overall this time. Action Express can win Daytona. They've done it before. They were in contention this year until they had that, what was it? The rear suspension broke when Reggie Vesti was going through the NASCAR 3 and 4, and the rear end just broke on the car and he hit the wall, and they were running in the top 3 at the time. If they avoid car failures with how fast they run at the end of last year, man, this Action Express team's gonna be fun to watch, dude. You already know who I'm pulling for, Tom.
The only thing I hope for is that the Acura team doesn't run into problems again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm, because Pelot's back. Yep, and
dude, this is gonna be an amazing Rolex because Allmendinger's in a GTP car,
yep.
Pelot's in a GTP car, Zilich is in a GTP car. On top of all of the greats in sports car racing, we got Kobayashi back with the Acura 93 team. We've got Earl Bamber in the field. We got Frederick Vesti. I mean, this is gonna be, call it Browns in the race. I mean, we got both of the Vantor brothers in the race. Like, this is going to be insanity, bro. This is like, I'm so excited for the Rolex, bro. This is going to be probably an all-time classic, dude. Absolute all-time classic. Oh, my goodness. And we're only, 40-something days away, dude? The Roar before the 24 is only like 30 days away, dude. We're there, man. We are there. What else here? We've got Chandler Smith returning to Front Row Motorsports in the trucks. I guess. Congratulations. I don't know what else to say there. No shocker. You also got this one saying Arby's jumping to Junior Motorsports in 2020.
Oh yeah. I
didn't see that one.
Heck yeah, they're jumping from Rick Ware and going to the Xfinity series. So I thought that was kind of big news because what is Rick Ware gonna do, man? Arby's was on their cars almost every freaking race last year
Yeah, no
or this
doubt,
year, I
dude.
should say.
Well, they got what, Jacob Industries. I guess that'd be like the only other sponsor they have. So see how that works out.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Rick Ware's got a lot more money now that he's not spending money in LMP2 cars, LMP3 cars, and what was he running, like Supercross at one point? He had a team in drag racing. He had the IndyCar deal with Dale Coyne. Like all that shit went away. Now he's just focusing on purely on NASCAR. I don't know.
Running out of money.
Well, shit. Now he could sell his charter for $100 million. He's gonna be bankrolling, dude.
Yep.
I can already see it now, dude. Like 5 years from now, we're gonna have like Elon Musk racing, Jeff Bezos racing, SpaceX.
God.
No, it'll be X racing. It won't even be Elon Musk racing. It'll just be X.
Oh my god.
It's gonna happen, dude. I hate to say it, bro, but it's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna be Microsoft's gonna have a team, Sony's gonna have a team. Like,
Oh my god.
it's gonna be a fucking shit show, dude. Nvidia, the Nvidia racing team. And they're only going to be there to collect the fat fucking investment and then back out instantly and sell it to the next chump to try and hit the high and the low, and collect the right investment at the right time. It's going to be an absolute shit show in the future of NASCAR. I think the only 4 teams that are going to be able to succeed and thrive are going to be your 3 stalwarts. And then I think most likely 2311, maybe a Trackhouse. And that's about it, dude. What other teams are going to be winning? None. It's over. They're cooked. It's going to be the same 12 guys winning every single year. And then they're going to want to expand the playoffs because they're going to feel like they need to add more inclusion. And they're going to add the guy that wins one race that finishes 30th in points at Daytona on a fucking rain delay to the playoffs because that's smart. You know what I mean? Like, you go into the playoffs every year and you look at like 6 drivers that have 0 fucking chance of winning it, but they're in it because they want to race at some stupid track. You know what I mean? Like, NASCAR is down fucking bad, dude. They are down bad. Oh my god.
Hey, actually, did you see that Zach Brown quoted us?
I did see that, dude. I laughed my ass off. Dude, again, bro. Again. I can't with Zach Brown, dude. I can't. This man is gotta be the most clownish person in all of, not just motorsports, but in like any type of sport. Like, he is an absolute freaking clown, dude. Like, did you see that post I posted on there on the F1 drama or something like that? It was, I think all F1 teams need to have mascots. So like when your team, so they could go into the stands and celebrate with the fans when your team is running in like 18th place. And then the one guy's like, "Yeah, I thought we already had that. Isn't it Zach Brown?" I was like, he nailed it.
Yeah. But,
it took the Australian people raising shit with McLaren for people to turn on Zach Brown. How crazy is that?
Just one more thing before we, go a little bit further into that as well. 5 years ago, nobody was using Big Daddy as a phrase except for your local hookers in Memphis. Now it's a trend. I just gotta say it. Who started it? We did.
Oh my god, it's great, man. It's so great. And the funny thing is, dude, is like, all of these people are just fucking clowns, dude. I swear, man. I feel like people that are running motorsports are just clowns. Like, I swear, if I had all the money and resources of like a Jeff Bezos, dude, I would legitimately fix like 90% of the problems in racing. And a lot of it's just putting the right people in the right fucking place and putting money in the right places and using common racing sense to be able to design schedules and put tracks in markets and have certain entry levels into motorsports that don't require money. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that can be fixed. And Zach Brown is the root of a lot of the problems in motorsports. Like, he is the quintessential poster boy, along with Steve O'Donnell and Steve Phelps, for the absolute fucking clowns of motorsports and how to wrongly run sports. Like the Mount Rushmore of clowns. You know,
Yes.
it's like Steve Phelps, Zach Brown, Steve O'Donnell. Just, I mean, add to the list. Oh my God,
At it.
Christian Horner.
Good God.
He's
You see the
looking for a
freaking
new
rumors
job.
coming out of that?
Yeah.
Freaking Marco Helmut's coming out guns a-blazing on that. I mean, that's insane, some of the stuff that he's saying.
He ain't taking none of that shit to his grave, dude. He's gonna air it all out before he's done. Or he kicks the bucket.
Well, the only way he's kicking a bucket is by Christian Horner. He's gonna come rob him in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Clap
dude.
that boy. That's what he's gonna do.
He's on a Make-A-Wish tour right now. Oh man. All right, Tom. You did nominate some driver and boneheads of the week. I think you should jump into it.
Yeah, okay, so well, person of the week. I chose these two guys because just the action of holding people accountable, not the outcome, but just the action, I think is commendable and worthy of making this list. So first and second, I'm going to put that to Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan. And then for my third one, I'm just going to throw it out there. Alex Bowman got engaged this week. Some of that, what a way to ruin your life, sort of deal, you know. But for my bonehead of the week, I'm doing it. We're gonna put it out there. We're doing Steve Phelps, Steve O'Donnell, and Jim France. What a bunch of clowns! What a bunch of clowns! Yeah,
The Dew brothers.
clownery.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. I agree with your list. I can't honestly disagree. The amount of clownery we've seen over the last 15 months out of that trial is just absolutely opened up the eyes to a lot of people, but it's over now. And where do we go from here? I guess only time will tell. We're getting close to the start of the season though.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm excited though. Chili Bowl. Gotta wait for the clock to hit midnight so I can get my Flow Racing subscription upped for Tulsa Shootout, Chili Bowl stuff happening over the next couple weeks. Like I said, we're about 30 something days away from Roar before the 24. Then we're 40 days from the 24 hours of Daytona. Futures for the podcast. What are we gonna be doing next? Next week, Tom. Gonna get our freaking our daily agendas out, our grading books out, and we're gonna grade every Formula One driver's 2025 season. So it should be a fun one. We're coming for you guys. Coming for all your favorite drivers. We're gonna give them an honest grade, the only grade that matters. The Dega Boys official grades for 2025. That'll be, I believe, that would be the last episode. When does the new year? Let me look at the calendar. So that will be the second to last episode of the year. Episode 154. Final episode of the year, episode 155. That'll be the day before New Year's.
Wait, Jake, can we save those driver reviews to the
week
after? Yeah, because
let's do that.
Because I'm going to be traveling for the holidays.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's save it for the New Year's special. We'll do driver grades.
Yeah.
I'll come up with something for next week. Something fun to do. Tom won't be here, so I'll come up with something to do next week. Maybe we'll just I don't know. We'll come up with something. I'll have something fun for you guys next week. Whether it be just some type of, maybe I'll do that montage of instead of doing 12 days of motorsports, maybe I'll just make a montage of just absolute clownery stuff that happened this year. Maybe like do another what's happening segment or something on the podcast. It'll be fun. So I'll come up with something to do for next week. Should be fun. And then I think once we start the new year, Tom, I think we should do a full we'll start with IMSA season preview. We'll break down the Rolex 24 entry list, which has been released, and we'll preview maybe the teams to watch in all the different series for championships, make some bold predictions. Maybe that's what we'll do on the first. We'll do a 2026 bold predictions for the first episode of the new year. And we'll give, what did we do? 10, 15 of them last year? We'll do another 10, 15 of them again this year. Give you our bold predictions for what happens in 2026, and we'll see if we can hit on any of them. And before we do that, maybe we'll just go over our 2025 bold predictions and see how we did on all those as well. I've got them written down somewhere. Maybe I'll go over those as well. and we'll do that on the first week of the new year. And then we'll do IMSA season preview. Then we'll do a NASCAR one. We'll do an F1, IndyCar, and a World Endurance Championship. 5 separate season previews for all the different series. And then we're back into it. Watch parties. Chili Bowl watch party. I think we'll do that again this year, except instead of doing the full day of Chili Bowl like I've done the last couple years, I think we'll just do, maybe we'll do 2 different watch parties. Maybe we'll pick one of the nights, Tom, that they have the qualifying nights. Maybe we'll do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll pick one of those nights. We'll do a watch party for that night, and then we'll do the C to the A main Chili Bowl watch party on Chili Bowl Saturday, Driller Day. And then we'll do a watch party for the Relics 24. And then I really want to bring back the fan votes again this year. I know me and Tom have talked about it in the past of doing 2 watch parties a month, one that me and Tom want to do, and then we'll open up a poll for you guys. Because I would like to in 2026, that's kind of my resolution here for the Dega Boys channel, do more watch parties with you guys and see if we can grow the channel that way and have some more fun with you guys, because those are always a good time. And maybe make some more cool content related to it as well. If you guys want to follow us on all of our social medias, all those links are in the description below, as well as at the bottom of the screen to go follow. Stay up to date with everything happening here at the Dega Boys channel. Also below is a link to our Discord. A lot of the news we talked about is posted right here in our Discord. We interact in there with you guys every day. We love when you guys post stuff in there as well. It's a great time, a great community to be a part of. We're going to get that updated here in the next couple weeks with everything updated for 2026, and we're going to start fresh again like we always do. We'll backlog everything from 2025 like we did with 2024, and we'll start fresh on the Discord. So make sure you guys join our Discord if you guys want to be involved with the best motorsports community on the internet. Also below is a link below in the description to our merch store. Go buy some Dega Boys swag, some good holiday gifts in there. If you guys want to support the boys, we really appreciate you guys there. All those proceeds help us make this content like this here for you guys on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tom, it was fun. Got to talk about a lot of news and rumors and all kinds of fun stuff motorsports related. I think we need to do this type of podcast once every like couple months. We just need to have a podcast where we just talk about the state of motorsports, what's going on, rumor, news, whatever it is. Not every couple months can be as exciting as these last couple months, but this would be a fun podcast to do every once in a while. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Hopefully you guys get your Christmas shopping done. Don't wait till the last minute like some of us. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.